What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about InZOI and why I want to get this game. So a little bit of a play off of my normal video series here where I say why I'm getting a game, why I'm not getting a game. I guess you could say this is like why I'm kind of unsure, but I'm leaning yes. I'm leaning towards buying this thing. I'm leaning towards supporting it. I want to get it, but I'm not 100% sold, and we're going to talk about why, throughout this video. But this is a game that I really want to be good. This might seem like a different kind of thing coming from me, but at the same time, I'm actually a pretty big life sim fan. I want games to push the genre. I want games to give each other competition. I think Life by You, right, was the game that game seemingly had a lot going for it. I was very excited for it, and they shut the whole thing down. I think they shut the studio down too. I kind of forget what happened there, but the entire thing got shut down and pretty close to launch. I remember it kept getting delayed, but same kind of idea in terms of, again, this part of the reason, I guess, why I want to support these things. Push the genre. We've been stuck with The Sims, which, is my introduction to the entire genre, okay? It is the Sims 2, in my opinion, is the pinnacle of life sim nature, and I think it's a phenomenal game. I spent thousands of hours, probably thousands, in The Sims 2 growing up as a kid. So I just want games that are able to wake EA up, because I think The Sims has definitely gone downhill, but also just, focusing on different kind of elements, and you think about InZOI, if you've ever seen it before, if you've ever heard about it, this game I think really pushes that realism, whether it's the facial features and just the visuals in general. I have a pretty powerful PC. I don't even know if my PC is going to be able to handle this thing. It just looks so good, but it definitely focuses on different elements versus The Sims, versus Life by You and what that would have done. There's several life sim type games, kind of indie in nature, that I hope all of them release, because again, I think they would each kind of bring something a little bit new to the table. So I'm rooting for it. Now let's get to the part where I say, okay, well, why I want to get it, but not necessarily why I'm 1,000% going to. So at the time I'm recording this, and even I believe at the time the video goes up, right, we're still waiting for that live stream, which I think is March 18th, and they're going to do like kind of one final live stream, and the live stream is going to show the features, kind of talk about a roadmap, talk about a plan. I'll probably cover it. I'll probably do a video on it, but it's really going to go over like the final information, because the game comes out in early access, I believe March 28th, okay? We're very close, but they're waiting 10 days before. This is, by the way, a game that's been delayed and been pushed multiple times. They're going to wait till 10 days before to give us the price. We still don't know how much this game actually costs at the time I'm recording, at the time it releases. We don't know how much it costs. And we really, and that's a huge part of it, okay, because a game that's $40 versus $70, that's a pretty good, big gap. But to me, that's a pretty big reason. But the main reason to me is the roadmap, is the content. Does this game come out in any condition that one would deem acceptable, right? Because all too often nowadays, especially early access, you are closing your eyes, throwing a freaking dart at a wall, and seeing which, number you land on, because you got about a 50-50 shot that a game in early access is actually going to be surprisingly good and well thought out, and, it's almost the game. On the other side of things, you can get a thing that's literally you just play testing a game that is completely broken and is going to take forever to get the game running. And I don't know, just where I'm at in my life, I'm generally have always kind of been of this mentality. I'm not really for that. I've never really been for a year plus long like play testing. The only time I've actually, in recent memory, the only time I've actually broken that oath is Hades 2. Hades 2 came out in early access. I freaking love Hades 1, but I played that game when it came out fully. So I did Hades 2, I think it was $40 or whatever, and, the game wasn't complete. The game still, I think, to this day is not complete, but it did have a lot of content. It felt like a 70% like full game, okay? It felt like a game. It didn't feel like I was playtesting a buggy, broken mess that's going to take 3 years to become what the game was promised. And that's the thing with this game that I just get so concerned on, is you can see the clips, you can see all of these different trailers. There was the facial initial, the demo, right, where you could create a character, and the tools are legendary. I mean, again, and the visual presentation is awesome. People made some incredible looking characters. Okay, so I'm not doubting at least that part of it, right? But what about the whole game? Is this going to be beginning, middle, end, an entire life sim game? And is it going to feel full? I guess, is it going to feel like you can actually do all of these things with these characters? Or is it going to be almost like The Sims in the last couple where, you know, the base game actually reverts, like they lose features, and then it takes them 5 years to add back what they had in the last game, and they charge you every time for the DLCs, and just, it takes forever to add basic features that were in, say, The Sims 2 at launch. You got to wait 6 years for The Sims 4 to get it. I'm tired of that. In fact, that's why I want these other games to exist, so we can wake them up, not just EA, wake anybody up and say, we can't do this. We're not doing this anymore. We're going to put our foot down. And I'm going to put my foot down too. And that's the thing with InZOI. I want to support it. I think it looks awesome. I really, really want to play it. And it's probably a situation where I will play it no matter what. But when? If it comes out, and this is why that live stream is so important to me specifically, if it seems like it is a pretty full game at launch, early access launch, I will support it that day one. If it feels like it's just going to be some sort of tech demo, if it comes out a broken mess, which City Skylines 2, remember that example, right? That game came, City Skylines 1 is an elite freaking game, one of the best, whatever you want to call it, I guess sim games, right? One of the best ever created in that genre, legendary. In fact, it was the very first video I ever made on this channel was me playing the first City Skylines. Fun behind the scenes fact. City Skylines 2 came out, and it's still to this day a broken mess, and it's not even, I think, on consoles. They had to either delay that or cancel it or whatever. Bottom line is, you can see how quick the mighty can fall. You can see how quick any of these games can just not accomplish its goal of, yeah, you release it, but is it actually a game day one, or is it not? I want it. I want to play it. I want it to be good. I want it to push others. All that stuff I'm in support of, but I'm going to be cautious because I just feel the genre has made me cautious. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel because I will be covering this. I'll be doing that live stream thing. I'll make a video on whatever they announce for sure. Thank you, as always, for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next one.